So let's talk a bit about Kylo Ren. And before we go any further, yes, I know I'm using an image of Darth Vader here, but one, I couldn't find any images of Kylo Ren that might not get me in trouble. Like, even fan art, I was kind of like, I don't know. So I just went the safe route and just got this image of Darth Vader here. But yeah, let's talk a bit about this. Let's talk a bit about Kylo Ren. Now, a few weeks ago in Entertainment Weekly, they did talk about a few things regarding Kylo Ren and the order he's from, as well as what the new Imperial Order is like. So, first off, let's talk about his name. Kylo Ren is not his full name, or real name, excuse me. Well, Kylo apparently is, but Ren is not. Apparently, the Knights of Ren that's kind of their thing. It's kind of like Darth to them. So, yeah, you get a last name Ren if you're this group. Also, Kylo Ren, and this is the biggest thing, Kylo Ren is not a Sith. Now, at first I was like, well, he looks like a Sith, acts like a Sith, fights Jedi like a Sith, so he must be a Sith, right? Right? Well, then I thought, after telling my stupid fanboy brain to shut up, I thought about it more and was like, there's more to being a Sith than just having dark side powers. Reason I say that is because the Sith have an ancient order. And it's not just because, you can do Force Lightning, or Force Choke someone, or drain the Force out of somebody's body. It's not like that. There are certain etiquette and codes and ancient rules to being a Sith. And yes, while the Knights of Ren looks like they do base themselves off the ancient order of the Sith, long before Darth Bane's Rule of Two, it's not exactly used in the same way. I can only imagine until the order of, the Knights of Ren just decide to start killing each other, and, eventually someone's going to have to put up a Rule of Two, or the Sith are going to have to come back. And that's kind of the thing. Just because they can use dark side powers does not... So it's kind of like what they're trying to do is, like, again, the ancient order of the Sith, but also, some people said, like, maybe it's like the reverse Jedi Order, because how Abrams put it, it's like Kylo is the reverse Luke Skywalker. He is the reverse Luke Skywalker, in a sense that instead he was, he came from nothing, discovered these powers, but the difference was he encountered the wrong people and became, what he is today. And I think that's a cool idea to go with. I think that's a nice little story, because Kylo, in his mind, doesn't see himself as the villain. What he sees himself as is a being who's trying to bring order to the galaxy. He's trying to bring peace and order to this galaxy, and the Knights of Ren, we don't really know the Knights of Ren's full order, their full backstory yet. We don't know what their end game is, or why they're working with the First Order, who are... Let me get on the First Order real quick. The First Order, yes, is indeed a splinter group of the remnants of the Empire, but it looks like they're under the control of a new grand, an admiral. They're under control of a commander. And I thought to myself when I heard that, so they're basically doing the Thrawn story without Thrawn. I feel like there was a conversation in... I feel like there's this conversation in... where was I going with this? Between Disney and Abrams, and Disney was like, no, Abrams, you cannot use Grand Admiral Thrawn, we're not doing that. And Abrams said, fine, I'll just go make my own character that's like Thrawn, and you'll be sorry. And just stormed out and just slammed the door behind him. That's how it went, that's what I'm going with, that is my headcanon. Oh, God. So yeah, we have the First Order, and it makes me wonder, it's a splinter group of the Empire, and it makes me wonder, are there other Imperial groups that are there different, like, sects and, clans or banners under the Empire? Because that's the thing, like, the Empire was pretty big, even, though they lost, they lost Vader and the Emperor, that doesn't really mean they, just went away. They didn't dissolve. There were probably some people, some higher-ups in the group, in the Empire, that were like, yeah, I like my job, and I'm totally for the Empire. Let's go kick some ass. But probably what happened was, if there are other Imperial groups, like the First Order was, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that not everyone had the same vision to be like, okay, if we all united under the Imperial banner, we could still keep fighting. Some people were really like, no, I want to do it this way. Other people were like, no, I want to do it this way. And now we might have all these Imperial splinter groups in it, and the First Order may be the most powerful. That's what I'm thinking. Could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. We do know, yeah, it's under that kind of control, but anyway. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, going back to Ren, because I've got a lot more to say about Ren. So yeah, it turns out that Kylo Ren is pretty much a Vader fanboy, and it's actually kind of funny because myself, Tori GNR1, and a few other, Star Wars fans, when we first heard about Kylo Ren, and we kind of thought, maybe he's a Vader fanboy, or, collecting Sith artifacts. And for all we know, Kylo might actually be the one who possesses Vader's melted helmet we saw in the teaser. Yeah, the second trailer, excuse me. So, that could be it. That could be that he's the one in possession of Vader's helmet, because, he does want to see Vader's, a quote-unquote Vader's dream of seeing a, controlled galaxy. So, yeah, the First Order and the Knights of Ren apparently have the same goals, so we have that going for them. It also made me wonder because, and here's where we go really down the rabbit hole, people, so be prepared for this. This is when we go really down the rabbit hole. So, a few recent, and this is coming from recent information, that were, a little more information. So, first off, Kylo, apparently, first off, we have met Kylo Ren's parents before. Somewhere, we have met Kylo Ren's parents. And then this little piece of information came up. To fully understand the tinier plot points of Star Wars The Force Awakens, go watch Star Wars Rebels. Now, brace yourselves, because I'm about to do this. And I could be fully wrong, and I fully understand that I could be wrong. But what if they're trying to say Kylo Ren is the son of two of the characters from Star Wars Rebels? I know, it's really crazy. But yeah, for all we know, Kylo Ren might be the son of Sabine and Ezra. He might be Ezra and Sabine's son, or, Kanan or Hera's son. He might be Kanan and Hera's son, and yeah, he could be either one. He could easily be either one's son from either, group. So that would be interesting. Again, that is a very big theory. I know it's a very, that's a long stretch in terms of theories, but yeah, they're really trying to show off Star Wars Rebels, and I had an inkling that, Rebels might have some connection to The Force Awakens going into this. Not big, mind you, but I think, yeah, they're trying to set up, go watch Rebels, and you'll get more plot points. So maybe through Rebels we might see the origins of the Knights of Ren, and, see these other characters we're going to see in The Force Awakens in terms of the members of the First Order. So there's just so many plot lines. I know that last one of who Kylo Ren's parents are, but I just found it interesting that, yeah, saying that we've already met Kylo Ren's parents, and to learn further information, go watch Rebels. Made me think. Anyway, I could be absolutely wrong about this, but I'm just throwing that out there. So what do you guys think of Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren in general? Are you guys excited about it? What do you think of the Knights of Ren on a whole? And what are your theories of what Kylo Ren's endgame is? And who do you think his parents are? Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.